Okay. What's up, Audrey? I don't know what the fucking holy hell is happening. YouTube is acting fucking stupid tonight. So, I don't know. Did you get a notification that I was going live, AJ? But, I mean, dude, it's super fucking annoying. Whatever the fuck is going on here. So, I'm hoping people are getting notifications. They didn't for the last one, I don't think. But I'm gonna see if the chat fills up a little bit. If not, then I'll just, I don't know. Okay. What's up, Kathleen? Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, I tried to fucking use I tried to use or StreamYard and uh it failed miserably. So, I'm going back to good old OBS. Fuck it. Um but anyway, I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. I what's up, Sleuths Investigate? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on, dude. YouTube is acting stupid. So, um, anyway, yeah, sorry about the other links. As I'm talking to you guys, um, I'm going to, go ahead and, I'm going to delete the other one so there's no confusion. But, I mean, it looks like, yeah, I don't know what's up with this one. So I'm going to delete that if I can. And then, okay, delete forever. Okay, so there should not be any more confusion. What's up, Casey? That's my homegirl right there. And AJ, yeah, I know. Yeah, thank you, AJ, for the. I got it. Um, okay. Yeah. So, I wanted to go live tonight, guys, just because I did not. I don't know when I'm going to be able to go live again. I mean, it could be tomorrow, late, or it could be in a few days or whatever. But tonight I get off work at 7 p.m. So I got home and walked the dogs and got in comfortable clothes, ate a little bit. So I figured I'd hang out with you guys a little bit tonight, and then I don't know, um, maybe come up with something cool. Again, yeah, I know that me and Jay plan on doing stuff in the near future, but she's very busy at the moment. That's probably why she hasn't been live, is because she's been very busy packing and uh, and doing stuff. So, um, but but we've been chatting and texting and talking about uh, how great you guys are. Actually, I'm not just saying that. She's. It's really. I was noticing today how it was really nice to interact with her, because she is genuinely grateful for everyone that logs onto her channel and subscribes to her and participates in her lives. So, I was expressing to her how lucky I was, how lucky I felt to have to get the benefit from those same people, which is you guys. So, um, and of course my regular listeners. So it's really nice. Um, so Casey, are you talking to me? Um, Wow, I didn't even say Siri, and Siri turned on. I said Casey. Yeah, I know you don't understand because I wasn't fucking talking to you, Siri. Fuck off. Anyway, so yeah, Jesus, it's man, it's so good to be chilling right now. It's so fucking good to be just relaxed and sitting and talking shit with you guys right now because I am totally exhausted. I went out last night and I drank, and I had a pretty decent time, but I just went to some bar and I drank by myself, you know. And then I went to IHOP and then just stuffed my face with the one of those big burgers with the egg in it. Fucking delicious, right? And then I came home and then apparently it didn't hit me until later on that I had talked to, hey, Amanda Sue, um, that I had talked to one of my listeners like for like an hour. Um, and it was a really fun conversation, actually. I remember it being fun, but I don't remember what the fuck we talked about. But yeah, she's usually really active here in the chat, and we had a great conversation. It was nice, but I needless to say, I went to work and I felt pretty shitty. And then I tell myself, this is why you don't fucking really drink anymore, Will, because this fucking sucks, dude. And I had to be at work way earlier than I normally do, because we close way earlier on Sundays. Um, hey, AJ, yeah, I'm glad you're here from the start too, man. Welcome. So, yeah, I, yeah, see, Sleuth Investigates, those burgers are fucking amazing because uh, the first time I had one was at Denny's, right? And Denny's calls it the Slam Burger, and they put hash browns in that shit, everything, right? So of course IHOP has to compete with it, but um, there was there's a place in Atlanta named the Vortex, and they have a very similar burger, and they call it the Coronary, and it's fantastic. It's so good. It's the best burger I've ever had in my life. But I, yeah, yeah, I totally drank and talked on the phone, Amanda. But we texted today, and she was like, "You were fine, don't worry." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." um, but and of course, being hungover. I mean, I worked out on my break, and I had a fantastic workout, and I felt a lot better after I worked out. But right after my workout, I was still on break, and I look over, and there is we have, okay, it's a pretty big gym that I work at, right? And there's a pool that has like a slide, and so it's the family pool, and it has like a slide, and it has these little waterfalls and stuff like that, and uh, from the lobby and the front desk where I was at, you can totally see like there's a huge window that shows you inside the pool, and so I'm there and I'm just making sure because there was only one other guy and I had to take my break because they were getting on my case about going over on hours this week. So um, uh, I come down to make sure he's doing all right by himself, and then I look over, dude, and I shit you not, there is a stark naked man in like outside, just standing there by the window in the family pool, and I instinctively just ran over there. I knocked on my manager's office door, and uh, I was like, dude, there's a naked dude like in the family pool, like and I run, I run in there, dude, and I'm like, and I have to, you have to have a manager with you in a situation like that, right? But the thing is he's a teenager. He might have been 18, but he's definitely around that age, and you know, clearly pubescent, put it that way, and And the poor kid, man, he's like special needs, you know? I don't know what he's diagnosed with, but he was clearly special needs. And, you know, he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't understand. And, you know, I was like, hey, buddy, you got to put on your clothes. You got to put on some shorts right now. You got to cover yourself up, my man. And my manager was like really nice with him too, and he was like, hey buddy, everything's cool, nobody's mad at you, just put some shorts on because you gotta have shorts in the pool, man. And there was like little kids like swimming in the pool, and the mom, and she was actually really fucking cool about it. She was like, I didn't even see him until you guys showed up. So, um, but she was super fucking cool about it. Cause I mean, there could have easily been a fucking Karen in there, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to talk to your manager. There could have easily been a woman like that because we have a lot of those that are members at my gym, dude. And she, but she was shockingly very, very cool. So it was a very, very quick, painless situation. It was just odd because I was so worried about kids being freaked out. I was so worried about a parent making a huge deal out of it. Um, but dude, what's up, Jay? It's no, no, it wasn't Robbie, man. That's funny. Um, so yeah, and then on top of all the other shit, I mean, it's just Sunday, and it's one of those fucking days where we close early, so everybody still shows up at the regular time, and they don't want to leave when it's time to close, and we got to get everybody out. Um, and so it was a pain in the ass. Um, yeah, and I mean, there was just it was yeah. Everybody needed something. I had this one dude try to sneak in because like this is a very very nice fitness center that I work at, right? And um, you know, you have to like check in with a scan card, and when you scan, your profile, your membership profile pops up on my computer screen, and your picture is on there too. So we're real strict about not letting anybody come in who's not a member without having to pay a fee, which is $15 each time. And so this one guy yesterday, he was trying to be slick, and he tried to sneak up, and he tried to say that he had a 3-day pass, but he didn't have a pass. And he was like, "Oh, some guy gave it to me." It's like, come on, man! Like, you don't think I know everybody that works here? And so today he comes in, and then he just scans this card, and then like, let's just say there was absolutely nothing. The person in the picture looked absolutely nothing like him because the guy who scanned the card was white, and the guy in the picture was black with long dreadlocks. Uh, Not the same guy, not even close. Uh, Probably, in fact, as polar opposite as two males can be, looks wise. And and I wasn't sure if he actually scanned in. I thought that's was the case, and he goes upstairs, and I'm like, hey, 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 dude, slow down. I was like, can you do me a favor and scan your thing one more time, man? Because I don't think it caught. I don't think it actually scanned. And then he's like, yeah, sure. And he comes down and he scans that shit. And then the same picture pops up, and I'm like, so yeah, you're not that guy in the picture. And he's like, all right, man, shit, you got me. I guess I'll go then. And then he fucking turned around and walked out. I was like, so all fucking day long, dude, I just had jokers like this, man. And it's just been, yeah. And the thing about the naked kid, right? The thing about that is he had a parent. He had a parent because the first thing I asked him, I was like, "Hey, do you have a parent with you? Is your dad here?" And he was like, "Yeah, because I've actually dealt with this kid before. There was I had parents come out and say that there was a guy touching himself inappropriately. And then I come out there and I see it's a special needs kid, and then I'm like, fuck, okay. Um, and I talk to the dad, and I'm like, hey, just please keep an eye on him if he's going to be around kids. You can't have that. Like, I realize he doesn't know any better, but he can't, nevertheless, whether he knows better or not, can't have people run around naked and touching themselves around kids. You just can't have that shit. Like, it's not okay, no matter what. So, I, 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 I find the dad, and the dad is like sitting there. He's not even at that pool. He's at another pool, and he's just sitting there on his laptop. And it's like, if you're going to have a special needs kid and you're going to take him to a public place where there's kids, a bunch of kids, and he's capable of this type of behavior, and he's probably likely to behave in this manner, then you need to either not bring him around kids, or you need to keep a close eye on him and be responsible for him. You can't just fucking, you know what I'm saying? So that shit, it kind of pissed me off, man. It kind of pissed me off, And I'm gonna tell you guys, man. There is more. I don't blame women who get weirded out by going to the gym and working out in front of people. I don't blame them. I honestly don't, because it creeps. It happens like more often than you think. It totally happens. We get people complaining about people, every few months. It's usually just something like there was one dude that he got busted taking a picture. Like, this girl was doing squats, and she's looking into the mirror as she's doing squats, and she totally sees in the reflection this dude with his phone pointed at her, and it's like, and so what she does is she plays oblivious to it, and then she gets her phone, and then she takes a picture of him taking a picture through the reflection of the mirror, and that's how we busted him. So, and then he tried to deny it. He tried to say he was texting, dude, but come on, man. There's no fucking way that you're going to be sitting profile to the person and then have your phone pointed directly at them. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, so we're like, all right, man, like, so he got his membership revoked. He's not allowed there, and it really sucks because the guy like brings his wife to try to like advocate for his credibility, and like how embarrassing that must have been for her. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, first of all, like, you're a fucking creep. Second of all, you bring your wife to, I mean, and put her through that embarrassment. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, so, it bugged me, man. It really fucking bugged me when that happened. And then, then sometimes you get just old guys who, they're old and they're lonely, and they just stare at women, and it's kind of harmless, but it's not harmless at the same time. It's like, dude, you got to keep your shit together. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. There's, like, man, there's women at the gym. I'm a warm-blooded man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look. And there's women that, man, God bless the person who invented those fucking pants that have these, like, they have like this line in the crack and these ripples that come out, and I don't know what it does, but it just accentuates the shape of the ass, and I'm like, wow. But I don't fucking stare, you know what I'm saying? I get one scan, and then that's it, you don't fucking, you don't, you don't make somebody uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, of course, if somebody's attractive, you're gonna look at them, but you don't stare at them and make them uncomfortable. That's fucked up, so I don't, yeah, I don't have a lot of patience for that. But at the same time, you kind of feel bad for them because they're old men, and you're just like, look, man, I get it. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody's touched you in fucking decades. I get it. But you can't, you can't do that. So I don't know, man. Yeah, it happens. I mean, I don't, these are men that I can't relate to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, dude. I am one of the most sexual people that I know. I have a very, very, very strong sexual appetite, but that doesn't make me a weirdo pervert. What makes someone a weirdo pervert is how they go about their sexual appetites. They don't. You can't just assume that somebody is into something when they're not. Like that's and your sexual appetite. I know me personally, I can't be into somebody unless I know they're into me. Like not like that. I mean, I can be attracted to somebody, but I can't engage in any feelings beyond that, whether they be sexual or whether they be emotional. I can't do that unless it's reciprocated back to me. I'm a big fan of that electricity that happens between two people. I'm a big fan of that fire that goes on when you're kissing someone passionately and you get lightheaded. I love that shit. But I won't settle for less than that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't, I don't just, I don't believe in just sleeping with people because you have to meet some sort of physical gratification. Like I don't use women to jerk myself off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not fucking cool. You don't do that. That's a person. You gotta treat them with respect. You know. So my whole thing with that is it's got to be reciprocated. I got to know that, like, that's the cool thing about sex, man. The cool thing about sex is like it's the physical act of sharing. It's the physical act of exchanging and giving pleasure. I'm a firm believer that our sexuality is absolutely a gift. It's totally a gift. But the purpose of this gift is to be able to give it to others, to share that with others. So sex to me is supposed to be that okay, I'm getting pleasured because I'm pleasuring you, and it should be vice versa as well, and it should not be anything other than that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be emotional or whether it just be sexual, but the two people have to have that fire, dude. You gotta have that. So, I don't understand the dudes that get some sort of weird pleasure from you all this shit that you hear about, like this Weinstein dude, like him just dropping trow and jerking off in front of somebody. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You can't do that shit. You can't do that. That's God. That would I can't imagine what comes over a woman when they experience that. Like, it's got to be so degrading and humiliating. You know, like for God's sake, like if you're gonna send a picture of your dick, make sure that it's asked for first. Make sure that there's a consent that takes place prior to that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just. I don't understand. And for some reason, this is socially acceptable. For some reason, this is acceptable to just send dick pics without completely unsolicited. I don't. I can't figure that shit out, man. I cannot figure that shit out. People blow my fucking mind with that kind of shit. I'm gonna go look at the chat a little bit here, guys. So sorry about the silence. Let me Yo, what up, Save Robbie? Sup, Kimberly Schrock? Yeah, that's the thing. You're saying you have a special needs daughter who's 23, and sometimes they don't understand, and that's fucking right. They sometimes they don't get it, man. You know, like this kid had. I could sense it on him that he had absolutely no devious intentions whatsoever. None. He didn't understand. He couldn't put together the fact that it was inappropriate. He just couldn't do it. He could follow directions. He could understand. He but he could not put together that what he was doing was completely inappropriate. Let's see, Robbie, you're saying I work out at Planet Fitness. If I go to a different location besides my home gym, they make me fill out all this information each time I go in with a pen, and it hurts my hand. And when I say work out, I mean go and sit in the massage chair and tanning bed. Yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. Because, like I said, the place I work at is definitely a higher end place. I mean, it's a 3 year contract. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not signing up without signing a 3 year contract, and you know there's and it's very very uh, state of the art. I mean, we have a movie theater, a full size movie theater in there that instead of seats, we have cardio machines. It's pretty dope. We can at least admire the guy's dedication because you give me a hard time getting into the gym. You can bet your ass I'll be outie before you got to tell me twice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jay hates the gym. I mean, that's the thing is for me, what's funny is like when I was this scrawny little dude, and total dad bod and shit, you know what I'm saying? I was all scrawny and I had a gut and it was gross. And then this was a year ago, and then I don't know, I started just it exercise just helped me. It's the best therapy that I could ever have. Just setting setting goals and hitting them is physical goals. It's awesome. It makes me feel fantastic. Um, and I've been doing it for a year, and I've been the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. And it's funny. I apply the Glare principles uh, to my workouts as well. You know, if I train people, I apply it. I have them apply it because you know when you actually genuinely have gratitude for having limbs and moving muscles and the energy to make them move and the ability to send fucking electrical signals from your brain to your body to move and get it to improve. It's a fucking dope ass thought when you think about it. And so I have gratitude for that. And then it excites me. And then I get excited about doing what I'm about to do. And I just get into it, man. Um, so having a better physique is just a perk. It's just a perk. The rest of it, it's not the reason I do it. You know. I mean, yeah, part of me is like Kevin Spacey in American Beauty. Like people will be like, "What are you training so hard for?" And I'm like, "I want to look good naked." You know, so I'm 44 years old. So yeah, it's a plus that I look better than I ever have. But it's not why I do it. I do it because it brings me peace. I feel great afterwards. I feel relaxed. I get the same rejuvenation that I would get after a long hot shower. Um, and yet, like, multiplied by like 20. But yeah, what's up, wine snob? Yeah, Beth, you're absolutely right. That's my point. His dad should have been watching him. Like you can't. I kind of already said this. You can't just you can't have a special needs if you think that your special needs kid is likely to behave in this manner around children. Either don't bring them around kids, or don't or keep an eye on them, keep a close eye on them, man. You can't just fucking have this kid like running around fucking dropping trow and like it's all good. I mean, yeah, I love candy too, man. See, that's the thing is Cub Card. I love working out. I do. The if you do anything because you feel like you have to, you're never gonna do it to its fullest potential. I mean, there's no point in even doing it. Everybody, I love that shit. People are like, "Well, what's your secret?" It's like, dude, I don't stuff shit into my face, and I move my body. It's not a secret. It's the tried and true method. It's the only method. It's the only method that works. I promise you. There's no shortcut. There's nothing. No, no. You got to actually put in the work, and it's a constant thing. It's a constant thing, and nobody can make you do that. No, there's just no way. Nobody can make you do that. Someone can help motivate you, but at the end of the day, you're actually motivating yourself. A personal trainer, all they're doing is showing you what exercises to do and helping you find what motivates you to get in there and do it every day and do it to your fullest potential. And walking, yeah, that's it. I'm telling you, dieting is the hardest part, and it's the most. When it comes to losing weight, dieting is. I mean, what exercise does, it accelerates the process, because you're burning calories, you're burning more calories, but you're burning calories even like when you're just sitting there. But lifting weights actually burns more calories during your resting period than cardio. But cardio is the key. Cardio and not eating shit, eating clean is the secret to losing weight. And it's not a secret. And Reese's are my favorite too. Yeah, I mean, keto, fucking, fuck all that, man. Like, you just gotta know what's fattening and what's not. And don't eat the shit that's fattening. That's it. Don't eat the shit that's fattening and exercise. Move your fucking body. Dance, whatever. Hey, Cub Card. Yeah, you say you used to work out all the time. You're too old and tired now. You just want to eat and do what you want now. See, I feel you there. I feel you there. But you know what? Believe it or not, I'm the oldest I've ever been, dude. I work out. I like it. I have a good time. But I mean, to each their own, man. Like, I'm not sitting here telling everybody to fucking work out, but I am telling you, if you're bitching about your the way you feel and the way that you look, the way that your physique looks, well, if you're happy, don't bitch about it. But if you're gonna bitch about it, there's one simple solution: work out, diet. That's it. But I mean, yeah, far be it from me to tell anybody what to fucking do. I don't give a shit what you do, you know? I mean, I'm just saying it makes me feel fantastic. Uh, yeah, I feel better than I ever have, you know? And looking better makes you feel better. You know, it gives you a sense of confidence, and it's a nice feeling, and I highly recommend it to anybody. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing, man. There's always a trend diet, man. I remember back in like right when my son was born, uh right before my son was born, um my my mom had heard about a diet, and I think it was a form of this supposed to be a form of the Atkins diet. And it and supposedly you just eat bacon. That's it. You only eat bacon. Like, what the fuck? You know, so there's always these there's always some diet on the internet. There's always somebody with some bullshit MLM, you know, and that's, I mean, if that helps motivate you, then right on, do it. I'm not saying not to do it. If that helps motivate you, then do it. But for me, I'm just out of general principle, I'm the kind of guy that's like, I want to take full accountability for what I'm doing. So if I don't go to the gym, it's my fault. If I don't fucking do the research as to what I should eat and what I shouldn't eat, and I'm fucking poor, I pretty much just live off fucking chicken and eggs. So I mean, and I'm okay with that. Like, I can fry up an egg, I can boil up an egg, I can do all kinds of different shit to an egg, and it's delicious. And I mostly only eat the whites, but I ate like shit. Yes, last night and today, and part of that is because I drank. So drinking's not good for me in the sense that I end up eating like shit. Like, first of all, there's so many calories in beer, and there's so many calories in wine. Wait a second, Sunny Winters, are you did you just say you don't like bacon? Who the fuck doesn't like bacon? I've never heard those words or read those words in my life. I Never in my life have I ever heard the words I don't like bacon come out of anyone's mouth. That's incredible. I love having this channel because fucking all shapes and sizes, dude. That's fantastic. I love that shit. Yeah, people seem to like Zumba Cup Card. People seem to really dig that shit. And yeah, Amy, there is a workout for everyone. You just have to find what works for you. Exactly. I totally agree with you. Um, anything that exerts you is exercise, man. It's great. It's good for you. It's you know like, if you have a car and you don't drive it, it's bad for the car. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta drive the car every once in a while. And right on, Irish. If you enjoy the way keto makes you feel, then by all means, do it. Do it. Absolutely. I'm just saying, don't look at these things like they're the magical cure for being overweight or being out of shape. There is none. You have to diet and you have to exercise. There's no other way around it. Hybrid, yeah, the bacon diet. Okay, see, all right. Oh, you and the grandsons, Lily. You and the grandsons had BLTs tonight. I love BLTs, man. Something about the way the mayo tastes with the tomato and the bacon. Oh fuck, man, that shit is fantastic. My buddy's mom made picadillo tonight. I mean, she put raisins in it, and a lot of Hispanic people do that too. But I mean, I ate it anyway because it's still good, but I prefer it without raisins. But I mean, I was just grateful to have food. Um, I love when people cook something and put love into it. It's great. And she put like green olives in that shit. It was great. Yeah. So tonight I'm gonna watch The Joker again. I'm excited about that. Totally gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'll probably whip up a little something to eat. Maybe make a thing out of it. You know, thinking about that. But yeah. Um, yeah. I would also like to. I'm wondering about having like a watch party of something. Um, on here. I don't know if you can get away with that or it's a copyright thing or what. I don't know how to get around. I don't know if how to get around it or if you even need to get around it. But I want to look into that. What do you guys think about something like that? I think it'd be fun. So Jay, are you on the road right now? Oh, Lily, the Joker is amazing. The Joker is a cinematic masterpiece. Um, yeah, it's incredible, Lily. It it's easily one of Joaquin Phoenix's best performances. First of all, second of all, they did something with some of my favorite characters of all time. I'm a big Batman fan, and and if it's written right, that that little universe, that whole Gotham City world, that is these characters can be very very interesting and very psychological, and there's a lot of deep psychology to a lot of these characters, and uh, a very uh, a very talented and intelligent writer who happens to love these characters can absolutely write something fantastic with it, and that's exactly what they did. They took these characters and put a dark spin on them, and it was beautiful to me. Absolutely beautiful. Just disturbing in the most wonderful way. What's up, Melissa? Oh, wine snob, you think my voice is soothing? That's nice. I get that sometimes, man. That's pretty cool. I've never heard that. Like, I've never thought of myself as having a soothing voice. But come to think of it, when I have to make like announcements at work over the loudspeaker, they tend to like it when I do it. So, um, Chrissy, tell them you can listen, but not touch. Yeah, there's no touching, guys. Okay, right? You guys gotta know how to behave in my strip club chat. You can look, don't touch. Listen, don't touch. Fucking weirdos. Yeah, I like Jay's voice better too. Oh, Lily, how old are the boys? Yeah, you may not want to do that. This is not a movie for children. I'll tell you that right now. It's a lot for a lot of adults to handle, to be honest. I'll bet that's nice. Yeah, man, that's kind of why I do this like this. That's why I don't go on camera. I like I this to me this is, I'm old, man. So like to me this is like this cool way to have like pirate radio. You know what I mean? And have my own little like like little radio show kind of thing. It's kind of how I look at it. It's fun. You know what I mean? Uh, so you know, like that's I've always kind of wanted to do that, and now like YouTube kind of gives you the ability to do that, and that's pretty fucking awesome. And I'm having a really good time with it, and I'm so glad that other people are enjoying it too. And I really love that I get to interact with you guys while I do it too. You know what I mean? But yeah, 12 and 13. I mean, depending on their maturity, you know, 12 and 13, Lily, depending on their level of maturity, like I would have, uh, I don't know, I would have let my daughter watch this movie when she was 12, but not my son. I don't think. Um, maybe, maybe like the both of them together with me. I would have let that happen. Like I would have been ready to have talks with them and explain things. Um, oh, thanks, Lily. I mean, Kimberly Schrock, maybe one of these days I'll go on camera. I mean, I have been on camera before. Like, I don't have an issue with being on camera. I just, honestly, I get I get really self conscious, and I get kind of distracted by looking at the video of me. And if I'm gonna look at the chat, I have to see that video is gonna be right there on the same screen, and it's gonna bug me, and I don't like looking at myself as I'm doing this. So, um, yeah, I'd prefer to just kind of do it like this because it helps me just speak a lot more freely. It helps the thoughts kind of come to me a lot quicker, and uh, and I'm just less distracted. I mean, well, a rated R movie. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, a rated R movie. That's the thing is I wouldn't take him to the theater to see that movie. I because you're gonna want to explain things, uh, and it's crazy if it's funny because if you're a true crime enthusiast, which most of you guys are, you'll appreciate this movie because it's deeply psychological, and it's yeah. Um, hey, so guys, again, my email is theglarer360 at gmail.com. So uh, go ahead and drop me some emails so that I can have stuff to rant about on here. Yeah, Jay, I think that's the case. I think if they're with their parent, but there's been rated R movies where the theater's like, no, they cannot get in unless they're 17. There's just no way. You can't. Um, but yeah, and honestly, yeah, Jay's right. Jay says she thinks it's too deep for a 12-year-old, but it just depends on the 12-year-old's intelligence and maturity level. Because even whether or not they can handle it, it's a question of whether or not they'll even understand it. And if they don't understand it, how are they going to enjoy it? You know what I mean? You're not taking them to see a typical Batman movie. And in fact, Batman's not even in the movie. This is a Joker origin story. This has nothing. I mean, it's it's that Joker, yeah, but it's not. Batman is not a factor in this film. So, um, yeah, thanks, Irish. Yeah, so Irish just dropped a link to the email. So go ahead and shoot me emails, man, of stuff that ideas that you guys think you'd like to hear me talk about. Stuff you want to hear me and Jay. That's another thing. I'd love to hear what you guys think you'd like to hear me and Jay talk about. Um, we're totally because we haven't really discussed too much what we're gonna do. We kind of know how we want to do things, but we don't know what we want to do things on necessarily. So yeah, Cub Card. Yeah, you say your 19-year-old said he left the movies not knowing what to think. I can totally see that happening with a 19-year-old. Robin J. No, I am not from Indiana. Melissa B. I haven't seen it yet, but my baby daddies are jokers. um, yeah. Shell, and you live with a bunch of jokers. You guys are the jokers. You guys got jokes. All right. So, yeah, man. Again, go ahead and shoot me emails. Um, and we'll have stuff to talk about. Like I said, like if it's stuff that's going on in your life and you don't want everybody to know your business, then like I'll keep it anonymous. I'm too grateful for you guys to not respect your wishes and how you want me to do things. So um, I am I take pride in my sense of loyalty, and I'm very loyal to those who are grateful for my loyalty and grateful for my gratitude. So I'm extremely loyal to those people. And so far, I have no reason to think that any of you are disloyal in that sense whatsoever. So I love talking to you guys. So yeah, the glare360 at gmail.com. Um, yeah, definitely. Yes, and Jay is even backing me up here saying email Will some ideas for us. Yes. Um, and what you would like to see. What do you want us to cover? What do you want me to cover? Um, and Jay, you should uh, drop your email there too, or whatever you use for your listeners to contact you, so that they can email you some ideas too, and we can start brainstorming. Um, yeah, uh, man, I'm such a piece of shit. I forgot it was Veterans Day tomorrow, and I should have actually talked about that and how I feel about that. that, and I've actually been. Maybe I'll go on tomorrow night. Maybe I'll go on real late, and I'll talk about how I feel about veterans and everything. So maybe I'll do that. Do a veterans tribute um, kind of thing. Here we go. Yeah, so you can email me or Jay um, as far as stuff that you want us to do, because I'm really excited about what what Jay and I are going to be doing. I People seem to like our chemistry, and I like our chemistry, so I'm excited about that. But let's see. Attending a vet's funeral tomorrow. Your 22-year-old nephew? Oh my gosh, Sonny Winters, I'm so sorry. My condolences, and uh yeah, and my love and respect to your family for his service. Um I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Um so definitely hand over my heart. Very I'm lot of love and respect uh to the memory of your nephew and your family. Is it really your birthday tomorrow, Jay? Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for the men and women of our military. Most definitely, I have a lot of respect for 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 veterans and the ones who are currently serving right now. It's one of those things that I wish I had done growing up, but I'll probably talk a lot more about that tomorrow. But uh, if I do go on tomorrow, guys, it's gonna be really late. It's gonna be like midnightish. So um, hopefully I'll see you guys there. I know a lot of my regulars will be there because that's what I usually go on. But this weekend was eventful and a lot of stuff going on, and uh, the whole thing with Mandy's petition. Uh, you guys were amazing with that. So again, if you guys haven't signed that petition, sign that petition and go back into that live and then click on the link and sign that petition. And if you can, share that petition with other people and get. I mean, let's get some signatures on this thing, man, and get this fucking piece of shit Simmons prosecuted. I mean, he needs to be locked up for that shit. No other way around it. This dude needs to be locked the fuck up. So, uh, we can all pull together and get that done. I think. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. Again, drop me that email, theglara360 at gmail.com. And if you want to join my group, go ahead and join my group. Same name, the Glare, same background here. So all members welcome. Yeah. Um, all right, guys. Love you. Have a good night.